The 18th day at fucking 4 o'clock in the morning. What the fuck? Water, good for something. Habits are persistent things. Even when your circumstances change, they tend to stay with you. Take meal times, for example. I eat at 7 in the morning, 12 in the afternoon, and 7 in the evening. If you know the time, you know how full my stomach is. My sleep patterns are even easier to understand. Unless I'm working or have something to do, my eyelids naturally grow heavy after 10 p.m. and I'm asleep by 11 p.m. at the latest. And even if I don't set an alarm, my eyes open every morning to find the clock reading 4:45 a.m. After spending 15 minutes half asleep in bed, I slowly rouse myself and apply the eye drops I keep cool in the refrigerator. Next, I drink a bottle of oolong tea, replenishing the fluids I lost through sweating my sleep. A quick check of the weather outside my window, and I change into sweats and head out for my daily run. These are the more rules than habits for me at this point. Today, as usual, I alternated jogging with wind sprints, responding to the echo of the drill instructor's whistle inside my head. But at this very moment, outside my empty dorm room, a far from routine incident was beginning to take shape. I was heading back to my room after my run, planning on a quick shower and some breakfast, and I noticed something unusual. Suo Anime was skillfully moving her slippered feet down the stairs, careful not to make the slightest sound. The instant I saw her movements, precisely those of an agent of... I can't speak. It's already the end of the session, so I can't speak. The instant I saw her movements, precisely those of an agent on an infiltration mission, I instinctively hid myself in the shadows. I'm now watching her every move. So, Amane, fuck, that woman, could it be? There's a cold, sticky sweat on my forehead, and it's not the product of my daily exercise. Am I her target? Amane's holding a key in her right hand. Glancing cautiously around her surroundings, she moves to my door. She takes great care to unlock it with a gradual, silent movement. Just as I thought, it's my room. I consult my watch. It's still early in the morning. There's only one reason to sneak quietly into a man's room at this hour. Assassination. I don't want to believe it. I don't want to believe that how do you pronounce her name? I don't know. Amane is an agent working for some unknown organization. But now that I think back, there were a lot of things that didn't make sense. She was aggressively friendly to me from our very first meeting, never showing a hint of embarrassment at pushing herself onto me. And yet, she's never showed any particular interest in my past. Just how convenient is that for me? Her lack of interest in my past makes sense if she'd already received an overview of my background. At a glance, she's just your typical horny big sister role player, but that could be a front hiding a killing machine, a woman who takes lives as naturally as she draws breath. I hadn't read her that way, but that's probably because I let down my guard. Unbelievably sloppy. If my master was alive, she'd knock me on my ass for this one. A convenient woman like that is obviously too good to be true. But even as I reproach myself, my chest is burning with bitter sadness. Oblivious to my silent regret, Amane eases my door open and begins to itch her way inside. Amane speaks in a whisper, probably a safeguard against the possibility that I'd woken earlier than she expected. When there's no response, she continues to move into the room. I quietly follow, concealing myself in the shadows to avoid alerting her to my presence. Of course, she finds my bed empty. Amane looks around the room quickly, and after a moment opens the door to my bathroom and pokes her head in to continue her search. What exactly was she planning to say if I had been taking a shower? Say what? Wait a second. So, Amane. Why do I keep saying anime? What the fuck? Did you seriously sneak in here for that idiotic... No, hold on. Could she have noticed my presence? Is this all just a purposeful farce? So, Amane, you're a hell of a woman. Very well, let's just see how long you can keep up this little act. Mind your business. I'm working on it. at my own pace.
そのくせ結構散らかってるのよね。服は脱ぎっぱなしだし、飲みかけのウーロン茶のペットボトルも出しっぱなし。
They're going in the laundry later anyway, and I was going to finish that after my run, okay?
ダメだ、我慢できない。片付けちゃおう。
She's finally ready to lay her trap? Or not. Amane picks up the bottle and starts to gather my scattered clothes from the floor.
あれ？これって畳んでないだけの洗濯済みじゃないわよね。
She's sniffing my clothes. What? For some reason, Amane unfolds the clothes in front of her face, buries her nose into them, and begins inhaling their scent. With that thought, I start to return my drink to the fridge, but just as I separate my mouth from the 2-liter bottle, the liquid inside sloshes around vigorously, making a surprisingly loud sound. God damn it. Unfortunately, that sound shatters Amane's delusion just as she's begun a slow, inviting wiggling at her hips. She springs out of the bed, her eyes wide open. There's no time to hide. I'm standing there with a sports drink in my hand, staring at Amane, and she's staring right back. For a while now. If I honestly tell Amane that I saw the whole thing, she might be hurt. Maybe I should be considerate and tell her I didn't see anything, but at this point, that'd be way too barefaced a lie. So the middle ground would be, say, I only saw the last part? Let's see. I think it was, you can't, Yuji-kun. Or maybe, stop, restrain yourself. What's wrong? You're sweating like crazy. You want some of this sports drink? As someone fucking messages me on Discord. I already took a swig, though. Why? Should I have sung a song to help you get in the mood? Her legs buckling underneath her, Amane drops to the floor with a thud, covers her face with both hands, and breaks down into hysterical tears. Look, I'm the one who should be screaming here. Coming back to your room to find a woman about to pleasure herself in your bed. I don't remember learning an appropriate response to this particular scenario. Look on the bright side. At least things broke up before you started rubbing my pillow between your legs, alright? Hey, Amane! Amane pushes past me and runs away screaming, still hiding her face in her hands. Although from the state of her ears, I can infer that it's bright red. What am I supposed to do with this woman? It's hardly that big of a deal, but apparently I'm the only one that thinks so. A good hour later, it's time to go to school, but Amane's locked herself in her bathroom and shows no sign of emerging.
Oi, Amane!
That's not a way that she's speaking. Whoops. My bad. Possibly. Oh my god. Well, the exact details aren't any of my business, but it seems that Makina's persistent siege eventually convinced Amane to leave the bathroom. Don't be too harsh. Amane has her reasons. Why don't we just go to fucking school without them? Like, is it that difficult?
ごめん。
Don't worry about it. This is almost my fault in a way.
つうか、あんたのせいでしょうが。
っていうか、何があったのよさ。
I'll tell you when you're a little older, Machina.
話さなくていいから、一生黙ってていいから、お願いだから。
You can practically see the question mark floating over Machina's head as she tries to get a grasp of the situation. Meanwhile, Amane seems to be trying to get through this by force of will alone. The three of us leave the dorm and begin to run toward our classroom. What's wrong, Machina? You're falling behind. Run.
私、走るの嫌いなのに。あまねのアホ。
だから、何度も謝ったでしょ。
It cannot be that long of a run. I mean, come on. Alright then, Machina. I'll teach you a wonderful song that makes running more enjoyable.
歌？何それ？どんな歌？
It's called a running cadence. At my old school, we sung these all the time when we had to run. Repeat after me, got it? So Amane's a bitch in heat. Oh my god.
そう、あまねはいいんなんだ。
Rolling around in the man's bed sheets.
男のベッドで身もだえる。
ちょっと、その歌。
Good for you.
Good for you.
Good for me.
Good for me.
Good.
Good.
I guess this is the result of having a woman sneak into your room and frolic in the bed.
なんで？面白いじゃんさ。
Well then, shall we take a leisurely walk and sing some nice nursery rhymes instead?
それこそやめなさい。シャレにならないわよ。
Although I'd been considerately trying to turn the whole incident into a joke so that we could laugh it off together, things didn't wrap up that neatly. Machina enjoyed the Candon's call more than I expected, and when she got Sachi to join in loud chorus during PE class that day, our classmates naturally started asking about the lyrics. Amane's response was to hang her head deeply and vaguely mumble, "Ah ha 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 ha, I don't even care anymore." The smile on her face at that moment was truly hollow. You can only take a joke so far. The next day. Lovely, and this is where we are going to stop.
せっかくみんなで遊ぼうってことになったんだから、ユミコも参加しなさいよ。
I can only wonder what that's about. Alright, so, fantastic recording session. I didn't fucking... there I go. I was about to say I didn't fuck up too much with my English this time, but there I go. Fucking up. Maybe having water with me does help. I just hate those stupid pauses that I have to take to get a drink of water. But, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this session. If you did, make sure you leave a like I said 4 or so episodes ago. I don't really ask too much, but, you know, this is a desperate time for my channel, so obviously the more support, the better. So, like I said, if you enjoyed this video or this session or any of the videos so far, make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you haven't. Some great content on my channel, and by that I just mean this, since that's all I'm really focusing on right now. But, yeah, I look forward to the next session. There was a lot of anime-related stuff here. Like, there was a lot of events that took place in the anime, but I didn't bring it up because I don't want to spoil anything. I don't want to take the fun out of the story, so I will keep quiet about that most of the time. So, next time, we'll just continue on. I will not tell what I think is next. We'll just have to wait and see. My name is Michael SK. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time.